Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Roman Reigns is set to compete at WWE SummerSlam 2025, marking the first time in years that he'll enter a match at the biggest party of the summer without gold around his waist. Meanwhile, Tommy Carlucci has expressed that he wants the original tribal chief to start a feud with Braun Breaker. Roman Reigns returned to the Stamford-based promotion and took out Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker on the July 14th edition of Monday Night Raw. The original tribal chief targeted Seth Rollins' group after they put him out of action after WrestleMania. The Visionary got injured at Saturday night's main event and hasn't appeared on television since his one-on-one match with LA Knight. Speaking on Behind the Turnbuckle Studios' The Last Word, Tommy Carlucci expressed his disappointment with Roman Reigns' booking at WWE SummerSlam 2025. Regardless of the 40-year-old star's upcoming tag team match with Jey Uso, Carlucci wants Reigns to start a feud with two-time Intercontinental NXT and one-time NXT Tag Team Champion Braun Breaker. Roman Reigns shifted his focus towards the undisputed WWE Championship, but failed to win the Men's Royal Rumble. He later entered a feud with CM Punk and Seth Rollins heading into WrestleMania 41. Unfortunately, he was betrayed by Paul Heyman, who then aligned with the Visionary. After months of hiatus, the original tribal chief made his grand return on Monday Night Raw and targeted members from Seth Rollins' faction. Management later booked a tag team match between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed at the biggest party of the summer in New Jersey. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, UON, the 40-year-old megastar was initially set to have a one-on-one match with Braun Breaker at the first-ever two-night WWE SummerSlam. Unfortunately, those plans changed, and it became a tag team match instead. While the match is confirmed for WWE SummerSlam 2025, the one-on-one bout could also take place at some point soon. In what could be a major development for WWE following the much-anticipated SummerSlam 2025 event, Roman Reigns might be preparing to align with a decorated five-time WWE champion in a storyline that could shake the entire structure of the company's top-tier roster. This claim isn't coming from just any fan speculation. According to a former WWE employee who worked closely with creative planning over the past decade, the wheels are already in motion for a potential collaboration between the tribal chief and a former world champion who is widely respected in the locker room and among fans. While SummerSlam 2025 itself is expected to feature some career-defining showdowns, the aftermath could bring forward something even more long-term and impactful. A strategic alliance or rivalry that involves one of the most dominant WWE superstars of all time, Roman Reigns, and a former champion who has already carved out a legendary reputation within the business, the former WWE employee, who requested anonymity but has previously worked with talent relations and creative development during the pandemic era, shared in a recent podcast interview that WWE has quietly been dropping seeds for a post-SummerSlam storyline involving Roman Reigns and none other than Seth Rollins. Rollins, a five-time WWE World Champion, has been sidelined from the world title scene in recent months following an injury and a transitional period that allowed other talent, such as Cody Rhodes and Gunther, to rise to the forefront. However, with Rollins now medically cleared and reportedly returning full-time after SummerSlam, WWE could be eyeing a long-term feud, or even an unexpected partnership, with Roman Reigns that plays on their shared history, evolution, and years of storytelling within the Shield. The former employee went on to say, "If you think SummerSlam is the end of the Reigns era, think again. WWE still sees him as the centerpiece, and pairing or pitting him against Rollins could be the most compelling long-form storytelling they've done in years. It's not just about titles anymore. It's about legacy, control, and unfinished business." Interestingly, several recent backstage reports have hinted at Seth Rollins being heavily involved in post-SummerSlam creative discussions. His presence at recent WWE TV tappings, despite not being advertised, has only added fuel to the speculation fire. Additionally, Triple H has gone on record several times stating that Rollins' Reigns is a story he believes still has a few chapters left, especially now with both men having undergone personal and professional evolution. Reigns has continued to hold power even after losing the undisputed WWE Universal Championship to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 41, while Rollins, despite being humbled by injury, has remained one of the most respected figures among talent and creative. This makes a Rollins-Reigns program both organic and explosive. The idea of Roman Reigns teaming with or battling Seth Rollins after SummerSlam also holds weight due to the current instability in the bloodline. With Solo Sikoa asserting dominance and Jacob Fatu emerging as a terrifying force, Reigns could either return to reclaim control or adapt by forging an alliance that tilts the power dynamic across both brands. The possibility of Reigns turning babyface for the first time in years, or Rollins turning heel again, would offer fans a fresh twist on a rivalry that began in the early 2010s and peaked at various WrestleManias and major events. The Shield's implosion has never been truly settled, and with Jon Moxley continuing to thrive outside WWE, Reigns and Rollins could offer fans a closing chapter that pays homage to their past, while defining WWE's future. Furthermore, insiders have speculated that this potential storyline could even involve a brand war component, with WWE currently exploring more cross-brand narratives and perhaps even contemplating another draft after SummerSlam. It would make sense to have two of its most iconic stars lead their respective factions into battle. Imagine Reigns captaining a new version of the Bloodline, with or without Solo Sikoa, while Rollins recruits rising stars like Braun Breaker or Carmelo Hayes into his fold. Such a feud could extend all the way to Survivor Series 2025 or even WrestleMania 42. The long-term booking potential is limitless. Even more intriguing is the fact that both Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins have been relatively silent about each other in recent months. While Reigns has focused his energy on Solo Sikoa's aggressive takeover and the excommunication of Jimmy Uso, Rollins has maintained a more subtle presence, commenting occasionally on social media about the state of WWE, but not directly calling out any superstar. However, that silence may be strategic. If WWE plans to unleash this rivalry or alliance as a post-SummerSlam bombshell, it would explain the calculated restraint in recent weeks. The last time Rollins and Reigns shared the ring was in early 2024 when a tag team match ended in betrayal, unresolved tension, and what many fans assumed would lead to a feud that was inexplicably dropped. Perhaps it wasn't dropped, but merely delayed. As for what the actual storyline could entail, the ex-WWE employee offered an exciting pitch during the same podcast. What if Reigns doesn't come back to fight Rollins, but to join him? What if they realize the war they're fighting, Bloodline's everyone, is too chaotic and destructive to win alone? Maybe Rollins sees Reigns as the lesser evil compared to Solo and aligns with him not out of loyalty, but necessity. Then somewhere down the road you get the inevitable fallout. That's how you build a year-long feud with twists fans never saw coming. Whether or not WWE will follow that exact roadmap remains to be seen, but such theories line up with how Triple H has been booking the current product: slow-burn storytelling with long-term emotional payoff. Reigns, who has been working a reduced schedule, is reportedly willing to appear at several key premium live events post-SummerSlam if the storyline is strong enough. According to sources within WWE's production department, there have been quiet talks about increasing Reigns' visibility in Q4 2025 to support a major narrative arc. That makes a potential Rollins partnership or feud not only feasible but highly probable. WWE would not invest in Reigns' return just for a one-off match. It has to lead to something with lasting consequences, and Seth Rollins is among the very few superstars who can stand toe-to-toe with Reigns in every aspect: ring work, promo ability, fan engagement, and legacy value. Fans have also started speculating on social media, especially after Paul Heyman made an offhand comment during a backstage segment last month, referring to Rollins as a ghost from the past who hasn't paid his debt to the island of relevancy. That line is seemingly throwaway. has now been dissected and interpreted as WWE's subtle way of foreshadowing what's next. And if history has taught fans anything, WWE rarely throws in such lines without purpose. Adding further intrigue, merchandise trackers have noticed that WWE quietly added a new line of Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins merchandise designs in development stages, hinting at either a dual-branded alliance or a themed rivalry. WWE tends to preload such assets months in advance, especially for planned arcs that cross multiple events. While nothing has been confirmed officially, it does suggest the company is preparing for a story featuring both men. In conclusion, Roman Reigns may not be winding down his legacy just yet. Despite losing the top title at WrestleMania and taking a brief hiatus, the return of the Tribal Chief after SummerSlam 2025 could mark the beginning of a new chapter rather than the end of an era. Whether it's a war against or alongside Seth Rollins, the idea of two Shield brothers clashing or collaborating in the shadow of their shared history is enough to elevate WWE's next year of programming into must-watch territory. One thing is clear, WWE is planning something major for Reigns, and if these insider claims prove true, fans could be witnessing the rebirth of a rivalry that defined the modern era. The Shield may be long gone, but its legacy is far from over, and the next chapter might just begin the night after SummerSlam. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.